I needed to tell you a story. Is that all right? It's a 20-year-old story. It began in 2003. My wife, my daughter, and I had just moved from Texas to Northern California to a small town called Vacaville. And we were a part of an international association of churches ministries called CNET, Cornerstone Ministries. You'll know men that you might know of that would be Graham Cook, who was a part of CNET. Lance Wallnow was a part of CNET at that point. And our apostolic leader, who's from England, came over and said, Byron, Graham's moved over here to the USA. We need another prophetic voice in Europe. I'm going to open the doors for you. Will you come? And I said, yes, I will. So from 2003 to 2005, man, he opened so many doors. I mean, all through Europe. I mean, just up and down the continent. And there was expansive growth in our ministry. God just favored us so much. It was just a fun time, powerful time. Well, in 2005, that leader had a moral failure. And in a month's time, CNET exploded and everybody went their separate ways. I mean, we're talking hundreds of churches and ministries all over the world. And I felt totally abandoned. I was lost. I felt lost. I felt untethered. And I'm going to tell you a story of 18 years of my life for a reason. In 2005, I'm in Italy. And I'm working with a group called Riconciliazione. And supposed to be ministering. And the apostolic leader of that association had called me to be a keynote speaker at their conference of all their leaders from around the country of Italy. About 50 churches there that are involved. And I was there speaking, and I just couldn't release anything. It was like I was just... And he called me aside, and he said, Byron, why are you not giving what you have? And I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know internally. I saw on the outside that things weren't looking good, that everything had exploded in a sense and gone away. Everything was just gone. But internally, I hadn't processed it yet. I didn't know. I was just looking for a home. I was looking for a place to belong. I was looking for my stream. For 18 years, I have been doubting my call in the prophetic. It has taken every ounce of faith and energy I could muster just to hang on. And yet God in the midst of that would give me great words and great revelation for churches and associations, governments, government leaders. I mean, he took me into places that I would never have expected myself. To be able to go into presidents of nations and leaders of major cities and to be able to prophesy to them and be accepted by them. To go into associations, international associations, and be able to speak into their life because of things God... And the very next day, I would just crash. Just crash. Totally doubting what my call was. Why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Am I even prophetic at all? I just left the office of someone important in our world, ordained by God. And I walk away going, do I even have anything prophetic on me? Then the journey continued that way for quite a long time. In fact, I started losing impact because I was still looking. I was searching for that home. I was searching for the place where I felt, and I felt like I was alive again, and I wasn't. I just couldn't find it. There are 7 different streams in the prophetic. And the stream I was a part of for the last 18 years, previous years, was not my stream. And I was trying to fit a mold that I couldn't fit. It was more of a teaching mold. But I don't fit a teaching mold. I can equip you by question and answer. I can tell you about my journey, my story, and you can learn from that. So I'm not a teacher. Now, can I teach? Well, yeah, but again, why listen to me teach when you could actually hear a teacher? That's a question I have. Scriptures say, be able to teach if you're an elder. I'm just getting eldered is what I'm doing. I was mentored by a man named John Paul Jackson. I was very blessed. I was not mentored by his books or his videos. I was mentored personally by him for almost 4 years. But John was the stream that raised me in the prophetic and released me. And I had lost touch because the stream that I had been involved with wasn't into those things. It didn't deny them. It wasn't anything like that, but it didn't build them up. It didn't release that seer gift, that mystic gift that I have. So the 1st of April, I'm scrolling through YouTube, and all of a sudden, this video by John Paul Jackson shows up. I hadn't seen anything by John for years. But here I am, I'm scrolling through YouTube, and this video pops up, and I'm so drawn to it. I'm just drawn in. And I start listening, and it's not the message. And I realized, I'm home. I'm home. This is my foundation. This is the place that gave me my start. This is the place that gave me my release in the prophetic. This is the place where my stream is. For 18 years, guys, 18 years, I had this image of a thin little piece of thread stuck in between two teeth, and I'm just hanging on. But you realize he never gave up on me. He never stopped. And here's the key. I never quit. Amen. I doubted. I became frustrated. I became angry. I confused. I wanted to quit. There were so many times, I'm just going to go get a job. And my wife would go, you wouldn't last a week. That's why I titled this, The Battle is Real. In fact, I wore my socks, just to let you know. I wore camouflage socks. All of that to tell you this. One, the battle is real. You see it, you know it, you experience it. Why? Why is the battle so real right now? Because God has released a move upon the earth. It's not on its way. It's here, and it's been here for more than you imagine, but it's just been slowly moving. So that's the 100-year prophecy that William Seymour talked about in 1913. William Seymour gave a prophecy, they call it the 100-year prophecy. The greatest awakening the earth has seen would come in 100 years, which was 19 to 2013, and we're in the midst of it, and we're already there, and we have to start using the right language. We have to start no longer saying, it's going to arrive, it's going to come. No, this is about people meeting, encountering, and responding to Jesus Christ. Bill Bright, Catherine Kuhlman, Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York, talked about a 1 billion soul harvest. All through the years, all through the decades, from 1913 to now, there have been people who have carried forward the 100-year prophecy that there will be 1 billion souls that enter the kingdom. And to me, they're going to meet, they're going to encounter, and they're going to respond to Jesus Christ. And that's what this is all about. And then the point of bringing up my 18 years of battle is that I didn't quit. God is asking you not to quit.